Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and this is our 50th episode. Why the milestone, if you ask me? And we still have a long journey ahead of us, so let us go right ahead to where we need to go. We're gonna plant some wards to keep the evil Gauredain at bay here in the northern Nenuial in Evendim. And you can see some of those words here already. And I think this is gonna be really quick. Gerlev is happy to see you as well. He's saying hello. Alright, so that's two of them. And I think afterwards we can return to Ost Forod. There are some quests that we'll need to turn in there. And double check. Yep. But since we are already here, I guess we can also look for the answer to the last riddle. Well, I'm not sure if this is the last, but to the riddle we are currently in. It is a little bit south. But might as well, right? We are already here. Just one more to go. Okay, I see it now. This one is over here. Oh. Gotta talk to Erkiel now. But before we return to her, let us look for the riddle. Alrighty then. So let us jump. Okay. How far are we? Oh, this is not the last riddle. I think I remember now how this ends. It's quite ironic.
Woe to me.
You're a friend to the Rangers. Happy tidings. Here we were thinking we lacked the numbers to send those tomb robbers packing, but with your help we should be able to manage it. Let's get 'em, boys. Teach 'em to leave relics of the past good and buried. Is that enough? Or do we need to kill more of these guys? Okay, yeah, I think that was it. The stone marker is surrounded by signs of digging. If it once marked the location of the treasure, it has surely been found. The marker bears an inscription all but worn away by the passage of time. The inscription on this stone marker is barely legible, but these words can just be made out. High atop Dol Haedir, beyond the gloaming falls, Wolfkin men will guard my last. This new riddle may reveal the true location of the treasure. Okay, and it seems this guy has another quest. Or is it marked as a quest just because? It seems it's the latter. So, back to the Gauredain, it seems. The gloaming falls. Because once again, might as well clear the riddles in this part of the map while we are here. Wrong key, but I got it now. Let us change once again the quest guide focus and continue checking. And as far as reputation goes, Matham Society still gonna take a little bit longer, but the Wardens of Anuminas and the Elves of Rivendell are our safest bet. And in fact, that reminds me. Yeah, if at any point we are hard pressed for reputation with the Elves of Rivendell, I guess we can just mass craft a lot of scholar writs, and that should be it. But I still trust we can find plenty of reputation items for the Elves of Rivendell along the way, as we still have a few areas in Middle-earth left to explore, in Eriador actually. Because after we leave Eriador, there's no chance of finding any of these rep items. Okay. Back in the Gloaming Falls. But, alright, so gotta find a new stone marker, and I see it now. The stone marker is surrounded by signs of digging. If it once marked the location of the treasure, it has surely been found. The marker bears an inscription, all but worn away by the passage of time. Yeah, already know it. The inscription on this stone marker is barely legible, but these words can just be made out. The end of your search lies at the beginning. My treasure was always there, but you did not see. This new riddle may reveal the true location of the treasure, and as you see, it's a doozy, because yes, it was at the crossroads since the very beginning. So, I guess this is a quest that can be somewhat controversial. I know the first time I did it, when I realized I had to go back to the start, I was like, I felt like I had my time wasted traveling around half the map for basically nothing. But if you're doing this alongside the other quests in the area, it doesn't seem as bad. Well done, friend. That should greatly reduce the threat of the Gauredain for the time being. That line of words will neither prevent their crossing indefinitely, nor will it stop some of their most insistent or brave hunters from intruding, but I will deal with those as I must. What it will do is prevent open war from erupting between the tribe and those of us here in the Ape Spires, and that is enough for now. You have my deepest gratitude, and though I have no more task for you, you may wish to speak to Litwifin or Longbow and see if either of them requires your aid. They do, it seems.
You should not be giving your right name away like so.
So he has more quests to give us, but I say for the time being,
How can I be of service?
let us proceed with the other quests that we have to finally complete the riddle game, but also to continue the quest line for the blade that was broken. I'm sorry, but look at this. And luminous in the horizon. God. Yes, we'll need to get to the crossroads anyway. Let us get out our trusty limbot and make the ride. Over the crossroads. Where were they? Over here. And the land is looking quite vibrant today. I don't know why, but it looks so gorgeous today. So, okay. Here's the stone marker once again. You notice something you did not notice on your earlier examination of the stone marker. A small removable block from the rear of the marker itself. Inside a hollow space is a mouldy book. Before we go back to Tinadir, let us also talk to Robin Dunkley to proceed the other quest line. We're missing roughly 20 more quests in Eventim to complete that deed. I don't think what we have missing from the Blade That Was Broken quest line will get us there, but it should get us close enough for us to be able to complete that deed by visiting any other area. Here we are.
Can't you leave me to my misery?
These claws fill me with dread, Beriathan. The Gauredain are cruel indeed to hunt their own kin with this, for kin we are, despite the beast hides they wear and the bloodthirst they possess. I hope that Nat has found peace, and I thank you for avenging his memory. I have nearly finished remaking the statue of Elendil from the pieces you brought to me, Beriathan. I do not have all of the missing fragments, but some other adventurers are helping me search the camps of the tomb robbers for the pieces that remain. But that is not what I must speak with you about. I have received word from Calenglad. He has returned from his meeting with the Blue Lady of Nenuial.
I don't know if you can help me.
Calenglad wants you to return to him at once so he may tell you of his meeting with the Blue Lady. Do not delay, Beriathan. You have been a great help to me and have done much good for the people of Ost Forod. I hope to see you again, but for now you should return to Tinadir and speak with Calenglad. Don't know exactly what I dismounted, but in any case it's gonna be quicker to use the master. So first, however, let us go back to Kulang and give him the Maldi book we just found.
It's a sorry day.
What is that you bear? A book? Reclaimed from the stone marker itself? Amazing, Beriathan. Give it here so I may examine it. Time has not been kind to this book, but some of it appears to be legible. The diary of some member of the landowner's family, a daughter, unless I miss my guess. This is a true treasure, Beriathan, a record from out of our distant past. This is far more precious than I expected you to find. I thank you for your efforts and the wariness of your limbs. It was a long journey, but for such a find to be returned to us from out of the darkness is a thing of joy. Please take this reward along with my heartfelt gratitude. Alrighty then. Now, we can finally go to Calenglad. We are still gonna focus on the Blade That Was Broken quest line, not the epic yet, but we can finally go back to Calenglad nonetheless. Here he is. But first, as we are here, let us see now that one now. Let us complete some tasks. Do we have soft skins? No, we don't have enough. So,
What can I do for
we're just
you?
gonna go with broken long swords and heavy sword shits.
How can I be of service? What do you need?
Alright.
How can I be of service?
We also completed the
What do you
weekly,
need?
and now we have it, our daily limit for today. Now we can talk to Calenglad.
What do you need?
I am glad to see you again, Beriathan, and to know that you have not been idle while I journeyed. Robin spoke of the aid you rendered, and I believe that the people of Ost Forod are better for your service. I have spoken with Gwindeth about acquiring the Silithar for Aragorn, but she is not satisfied with what I have told her of you. She wants to meet you herself.
What can I do for you?
Gwindeth has agreed to speak with you, Beriathan, but do not misunderstand. She will only allow us to recover the Silithar if she believes that you are worthy of her trust and that Aragorn is ready for the burden that awaits him. She did not hesitate to rebuke him when he and I encountered her almost 60 years ago. I have no doubt that she would do so again if it was in her mind. Speak to her with respect and do not seek to hide anything from her. The Blue Lady has lived in these lands for years uncounted, and she had patience only for the kings of Annúminas. It is said that Elendil consulted her often on various matters, and she grieved his passing. She lives at Gwindeth, a cave in western Nenuial behind a clear waterfall that powers from the heights and feeds a shady pool at Rushingdale. You will need to circle the lake, for the pool is tucked among the hills on the far side of Nenuial. It will be a long journey, for Rushingdale is on the far side of Nenuial, west and slightly south even of Tinodir and Tyl Ruinen. Okay, so... Okay, wow. Yeah, it's really far away, so... I mean, I guess we can either go to Tyl Ruinen and then swim over there, or we can go to Emin Oil and do the quest Longbow has for us and make our way over there as well. Let us try that one. Let us try going to the Spires first. And now we have a good reason to continue with the quests from Longbow.
Home now. What business have you with the Ents?
The men dressed in wolfskins are of no concern anymore. Thus says the silky-haired ones. I believed them. The trees of the mountain that are atop no longer call to me. They have returned to slumber. The trees to the south, though, scream out in agony. They call for help. Big men, giant men, nearly as tall as Longbow. Rip the trees from the ground. I can feel their agony.
Greetings, friend.
I-
Will you lend me your ear?
I must beg your pardon, for we have forgotten to mention how we keep the giants convinced that this forest is haunted. It is easier than you might assume. I need you to collect some berries from the bushes that grow in this part of the forest. They are quite sweet, but I suggest that you not sample them, lest you find yourself led far astray by their effects. The taste may be flavorful, but they are more intoxicating than the stoutest of dwarf's ales. Bring me several handfuls and I will prepare a fine treat for the giants. They can be found south of Davis Spires and east of Amon Moth.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
I fear things have gone awry and taken a rather dangerous turn. It seems that a stone giant of some actual cunning and intelligence has arisen to leadership among the giants of Amon Moth, and I cannot ignore such an ominous portent. Giants are very powerful creatures and dangerous at the best of times, but they are fractious and chaotic, and it is quite rare for a strong leader to arise among them. The consequences of such are usually disastrous, for few forces can stand against an organized warband of giants. Even Erhiel and Longbow would likely find themselves overmatched should it come to that. In this instance, I am afraid this newly arisen leader must not be allowed to strengthen his control over the giants, or they might easily overwhelm these forests. Alas, it is not within my power to defeat him, and Erhiel and Lituifin must stand guard over the spires. Might you defeat him for me? Alright.
Stay a moment.
There is a band of hill giants who have taken up residence at the western edge of the forest. Nasty brutes they are, and taken to smashing trees and trampling the undergrowth in such a fashion that it makes Longbow's nuts itch just to consider it. Now, I myself prefer battles of trickery to those of the blade when dealing with fellows thrice my height and 1/10 my width, and so I suggest this plan to you. For some years now I have instilled a fear of wood spirits and sprites in the giants. Nay, there are none such, at least not hereabouts, but the giants do not know that. Flickering lights in the distant woods, the unexplained disappearance of important things, the strange and unearthly sounds, all the sort of things you might use to scare children and keep them from wandering into a dangerous wood. The giants are a little wiser than children themselves, and much the same ploy keeps them out of these forests, usually. The giants have been growing bolder again of late. Perhaps you could raise the spirits once more? I happen to know that one of the giants that guards the outskirts of their encampment has a cherished lucky stone he keeps near his person, a rock of no true value I would wager. See if you can snatch it away when his attention is elsewhere. There is a small rock cairn I left nearby to help provide a means of distraction. Be sure to move quickly and stay unnoticed, or you will likely be stepped on. Okay, so giants it is. So let us go and look for those giants. Alright, so here, what are we gonna find here? The berries? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, a lot of ore and wood, but barely any berries. So please give me more. Alright, one more to go. Now let us go for the stone and for the giant chieftain. And then we can finally go meet Gwindeth, the Blue Lady of Nenuial. Alright, here's the stone giant chieftain. Alright, that's it. And we have a new deed, Giant Slayer. 40 giants, but I don't know how many of them are there in this area. And since this is the only place in which you can find giants, I would assume this deed is not as easy to complete as it seems. I mean, imagine getting to this area on level and having to fight all these guys just for some stones. On the other hand, you could have just come through here. Let me show you. Are they gonna fight each other? Or do we need to throw more of this for us to get in to fight? Yeah, it seems they're gonna fight. Ah, that's awesome. Who's gonna win? Does this fight have a clear victor, or are they gonna keep on fighting until we leave? Well, in any case, that was fun. And now let us go find Gwindeth. A little bit far away, so let us ride once again. Now, the instance to recover the Silithar is gonna be a level 40 instance intended for a 6-man full fellowship. I will be 7 or 8 levels above the recommended level for that quest. Maybe I can solo it, or maybe don't, because even if I can solo it, it's gonna take a long time as it has very sturdy enemies. What I'm trying to say is, when the time comes for that instance, well, I'm gonna try to do both. I'm gonna try to solo it first, obviously record that, but if I'm unable to complete it, then I will find a full group and go back to it. So stay tuned and you will find out which one of those two it's gonna be. As of right now, I don't know either. It's gonna be a surprise for all of us. Are we there yet? Ah. No. So we'll need to climb this, but I don't know. Can we climb from over here? I hope we can, because otherwise, are we supposed to get there? Oh god. Or maybe it's faster if we come from the other side. Oh no, it's over here, the Rushingdale. No, we didn't need to climb to the top. The entrance is right behind the waterfall. Here we have it, Gwindeth.
Do not trouble me if your need is not urgent.
You are the messenger from Aragorn, son of Arathorn, Lord of the Dunedain. You speak with his voice, and he shall be judged by yours, messenger, for he chose you as his agent. If there is much of Elendil in him, I do not doubt that Aragorn, son of Arathorn, will be found worthy. If there is not, the Silithar will remain where it has lain for centuries.
Say your need is worthy of my time.
Before he went away to his doom, Elendil often spoke with me beside Nenuial. We would walk among the raids and speak of his kingdom, and he treated me with grace and respect. It is for the memory of great Elendil that I maintain the lake and protect the relics of his line. At the behest of Amlith, the last king to sit enthroned in Anuminas, I permitted the waters of Nenuial to wash over the walls of the city, and the treasures of proud Elendil now sleep soundly in the water half-light. The adamant you seek, the Silithar that passed from Gil-galad to Elendil and his line through the safekeeping of Círdan the shipwright, cannot be reclaimed without my permission. It was the will of Amlith that the Silithar be kept safe, even from those of Elendil's line, for fear that its light would be wasted unduly or the stone taken by the enemy. The islands of Tyl Ruinen have been overrun by salamanders, corrupted beasts that sink the grasses and taint the waters of Nenuial. Swim northeast to Tyl Ruinen in the center of the lake and defeat the salamanders you find there. Perhaps when you return I will have proof of the worthiness of Aragorn, son of Arathorn, through his messenger. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back to Tinudir, and we're gonna go back to Tinudir and take the boat to Tyl Ruinen. First, not every time you can meet the Blue Lady of Nenuial, so picture if you will, my lady. Thank you. Now let us go back to Tinudir. We're gonna turn the quest we just did with the giants. Then we'll return to Tinudir and take the other boat to Tyl Ruinen. So I guess that way we get the best of all worlds.
How can I be of service? Megovanen.
That was well done. Please forgive me for asking such of you. Erhiel and Litwifin have striven for many years to avoid the conflict and strife of the world at large, but in these years it presses ever closer, and I fear that they may find themselves called away to fight in yet another war. Erhiel has already fought her share, Beriathan. I have seen it in her face as the dreams of ages past intrude upon her slumber and crease her beautiful brow with worry and care. I have seen the ancient firelight in her eyes when it seems that danger may be upon us yet again. I would have her see no more of those dreams, if it lies within my power, and I thank you greatly for your aid. May the world show you kindness in your travels.
What can I do for you?
You have returned, and with the giant's keepsake, no less. Well done indeed. Now that you have proven yourself up to the task, I have a somewhat more complicated duty for you.
What do you need?
Sweet-eyed melon.
This impression vibrant and should do quite nicely. Allow me a few minutes to prepare a batch. Giants have a constitution to match their great size, and this is one of the few draughts that can have any real effect on them. Just wait and you shall see what I mean.
Hail, friend, and well met.
All of the preparations are ready. Now we dry them up for good.
You may be of service to me.
So once again we'll have another quest to return to the giants. But okay, let us go back to Nenuial first of all, as I forgot to grab the quest for Tyl Ruinen. I think there is one, there should be one. I'm gonna grab that quest really quick. If I'm not mistaken, the quest giver is over here. LOTRO.
Stay a moment.
Have you seen the creatures called salamanders? They are rather akin to worms, but seem to me to be an entirely new breed of creature. We have not seen them in Evendim until recently, when Tyl Ruinen, the island on the west side of the lake, became infested with the creatures. At night, the island seems to be burning with the flames of these strange beasts. A number of salamanders have also been seen in the Barrendals, south and east of Nenuial. Could it be that the creatures are spreading? Venture to Tyl Ruinen if you are willing and discover the source of this plague of salamanders. There is a ruin in the center of the island called Tolovel. Perhaps some clue to the origin of the salamanders may be found there. We're making good progress towards the deed. We might even be able to complete it.
Greetings.
So let us grab the boat to Tyl Ruinen. What's this? That seems to be an item for another quest. Anywho, just need to defeat salamanders. You did Salamander Slayer. I didn't want to kill this guy. Trying to kill salamanders. Okay. This is gonna be quick. Completed the ruins of Evendim. Great. And we were able to level up our loyalty virtue trait after finding Tolovel. So let us check all this really quick. So, ruins of Evendim. Yeah, who would have guessed? We did find all these places. Now we have Explorer of Evendim. We need to find the tombs, the wilds, the markers of the sunken city, and explore the city of kings, that is Numinas. And we also got the Salamander Slayer in here for us to slay 90 more the salamanders. And the cellar door to complete our investigation here. But first, this is the guy we're looking for.
I don't know anything, I'm sure.
Salamanders! Why would you ask me about salamanders? Me, of all people! Why should a poor wandering lore master like Humfrey Rumming know anything of them? Why, I don't even know what a salamander is, never heard of them before! Ha! Got you there! You thought the whole thing was a Humfrey Rumming's fault, didn't you? Didn't you? But now you know, I know nothing, nothing at all, not about salamanders. Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense, who would say such a thing? Humfrey Rumming is a great lore master, you know. I know all the lore there is, so I must know something about salamanders. But what? That's the question, and a good question it is too.
I don't know if you can help me.
Yes, naturally I know all about the salamanders. I am a great lore master, am I not? Or am I? Little joke there. Of course I am. All the wise know the name of Humfrey Rumming, but I can't divulge the great secrets of lore to just anyone, can I? No, not at all. And how can Humfrey Rumming tell if you are worthy? How indeed? Let's try a bit of a challenge, shall we? I have a hidden number of chests all about this island. One of them contains the answer to my riddle. Take this key, but beware, it can only be used once. Here's the riddle. Fluttering shreds rent from the fabric of night. Bell-shrieking beasts that shun the sun's light. Dwelling in darkness, they fly hidden from sight. Clouds obscure the stars when fierce they take flight. It's not easy, is it? Oh no, but if you explore this island from top to bottom, and from bottom to top, you are sure to find a solution.
Could I speak with you a moment?
I know Humphrey thinks this is all manageable, but the situation has become dire. That should be clear to anyone. We need to reduce the number of salamanders roaming around here. Indeed, they are an evil breed of draconic nature. Very little of the natural fauna remains, a few turtles on the northern shore, and that is all. The salamanders have nearly devastated everything else. Grant me a favor and drive off a few of the beasts. Hopefully that will reduce their numbers enough to allow the natural fauna to return. Okay, I know what the answer to that riddle is, but I don't know where the chest is. So that isn't of much help. It's not a drake. And this is not the chest we're looking for. A lynx is not the answer either. There was a chest from where we arrived, so let's see if that one is the one we're looking for. Chest of a worm. That's not it either. 5 LOTRO points from the Explorer did. And maybe that one over there. Chest of the Dragon. Nope. Okay, that's all the salamanders. As we're not gonna enter combat for the time being, we can safely activate Forced March. But let me try to remember where is the chest we're looking for. So hopefully the chest we're looking for is the one over here, otherwise I have no idea where to go. Chest of the bear, no, that's not it. Man. Where is it? Where is the chest? Is it close to the ruins, maybe? I don't know. At this point, I will just need to keep on hitting the delete key until I can find the other chest I'm looking for.
How can I be of service?
I know you defeated a number of them, but I think you are right. I do not believe it made a difference either. Don't be so grim. But you're probably right, yeah. There are a lot of these beasts in here, so... Anyone tell me where that chest is? Back in the day, I knew exactly where to go, but I have forgotten. Chest of the Cave Claw. No, that's not it! Oh, Jesus. Chest of the Dragon. No, I have already checked that one. That's not it. Chest of the Orc. No. Maybe over here. I remember what I don't like Humfrey Rumming. Cast of the Hawk. Oh, come on. I remember wrong the answer to this riddle? I'm pretty sure it has to be another one. None of these chests seemed like the right answer to me. Please. Chest of the Bat, finally, yeah, I know there has to be... It had to be somewhere in here. This is the answer. And to bring this back to Humfrey Rumming. And I feel like such an idiot, it was not that far away actually. Alrighty then. Here we are.
You startled me.
Ha! Fool! That's the wrong token. I should have known you were no lore master. Oh wait, that's the right one, isn't it? Bah! Just luck. Beginner's luck. Fool's luck. I won't tell you my dreadful secret at all now. Well, not that Humfrey Rumming has a dreadful secret, you know. It's just that if I did, I wouldn't tell you, you see? You see?
Oh, I don't know if you can help me.
Oh, very well, we both know you solved that riddle through pure luck, but I suppose you deserve another chance. What? Challenge me? Humfrey Rumming? Impossible. You are not in my class, you know. It wouldn't be fair. I'll just give you another riddle and another key. Foul great beasts with sharpened claws, black furred pelts and fanged maws. Force in the woods they take their prey, torment their victim at last to slay. That one is easy enough, eh? If you think that solving a single riddle is enough to satisfy me, you are quite mistaken. I didn't pull all of these chests out there to give up my knowledge at the first inquiry. Humfrey Rumming is nothing if not resolute.
Would you do something for me?
Oh, come on. Attempting to reduce the salamanders number did not work. I swear that I have seen more in the past hour than I did the entirety of the day yesterday. I thank you for your efforts, but we must find a different approach to dealing with this problem. The salamanders make nests along the shoreline and in them they lay their eggs. From these eggs, new salamanders hatch. The salamanders here seem to be especially aggressive breeders. Wander the shore, find these eggs, and smash them. Perhaps we can stop the salamanders by ensuring that the next generation fails to spawn. So, once again, I do know the answer to this riddle. And luckily this time I know where the chest is located. This is gonna be faster. The issue now is making sure to find all those eggs. As the quest is asking for quite a lot of them. But the chest we're looking for is right over here, right where we landed actually. That is the chest of the bear. The key breaks in your hand. It was not a bear? Oh, Jesus, then what was it? Is it a wolf then? Oh, come on. That's what you get for being overconfident. So let us get the eggs and let us return to Humfrey Rumming and pick this stupid riddle once again. I swear. Seventh, it is. And now for the 8th one. It should be here. Okay, here we are. Salamander egg, okay. Very well. Now, let us go back to Lucathere and let him know that we have destroyed all the eggs he asked us to destroy.
Greetings.
I can still see flecks of shell in your hair. This plan will take a while to resolve, as we have not done anything to the current spawning of salamanders, but hopefully as they are driven out, with none to replace them, we can reclaim this island.
Will you help me?
Foul great beasts with sharpened claws, black furred pelts and fanged maws. Forced in the woods they take their prey, torment their victim at last to slay. Yeah, that sounds like a wolf then if it was not the bear. So on next episode we're gonna look for the correct chest and make sure to finish this quest line, as well as returning to Gwindeth to progress the blade that was broken quest line. For the time being, this has been the end of today's episode. Thank you once again for tuning in to Citadel Guard Adventures, and I will see you on the other one. Stay safe and take care. Bye bye.